Hello friends, welcome to the Kabil Bano program. This is lesson 4.2, insert part 2 of Microsoft Excel. So in the previous video you have seen how to work with tables, how to work with hyperlinks, text boxes, headers and footers, how to insert objects, how to insert equations and symbols. In this video we will cover one of the most important parts of Microsoft Excel, which is charts. How can you create charts? So basically, this feature is also very similar as compared to that of Microsoft Word and PowerPoint. So we have, let's say, we have these charts, which are very common charts. So these common charts are column charts, these are line charts, these are pie charts, and these are bar charts. So these four charts are very common, and we would use these four charts. And this is a combo chart, and this is a stock surface or a radar chart, and this is an area chart. This is a scatter diagram. Currently, we are only going to look at these three, and this is the fourth one. So we are only going to look at these four charts, which are clearly important for us. Let's look at a column chart. Just click on this and you would have 2D column and 3D column charts. I still believe that 2D columns appear to be very good. Under 2D column charts, you have three kinds of charts. You have the clustered column, then you have the stacked column, and then you have the 100% stacked column. In the clustered column, you can have a lot of data arranged on X and Y axis in their absolute values. So for example, in the clustered column, you can have the percentage marks of 2 or 3 different students, which would be indicated by columns in different years. For example, this could be in 2014, this could be in 2015. Similarly, you could have another cluster of columns for 2016. That is possible, and that would indicate absolute values. For example, what I mean by absolute values is, if a student has scored 100, this will be 100. If a student has scored 60, this will be 60. This is what I mean by absolute. When we come to a stacked column, in the stacked column, 2 or 3 students or 2 or 3 categories would be put on one on top of the other. That is why it is called a stack. And this is the total area, and this shows how much each portion, how much each unit has contributed to the overall portion. Similarly, for 100%, again, this is an absolute figures. Absolute figures. For example, if this is 30, this is 40, the total is 70, but this is 40 and this is 30. It will be shown in absolute figures. This is a 100% stacked column in which the similarity is exactly the same, but the similarity is exactly the same with a stacked column, but the only difference is that instead of absolute figures, we have percentages. So what you can do is you can have percentages, fine? So let's look at let's just insert one of these, fine? So we will have edit data or select data. So we can have these options. So let's first of all select some data. So let's say your name of the student, student A, student B, student C, student D, 14, 15, 12, 13, let's say he has got 60, 65, 60, 62. He has got 71, 73, 74, 75. And this person has got 76, 67, 70, and 80. Student D has excelled throughout. He has got 85, 85, 80, and 85. Fine. So these are the marks. Let's insert a column chart for this. Click on this right click on this and you would get select data. So as soon as you select, you can have the data range here. Fine. So you can easily get a chart like this. So let's say that so this is the series that you will get. So these are the three students. So these are the students, four students, and these are the years that you have got, and you can actually change the title of this particular chart. So for example, you can have something like marks in years, right? And what you can do is you can change the color. You can change the color of these things, or you can add data labels. Fine. You can add data labels to all of that. Just right click on that and you would get all the data tables here. Fine. So you are getting all the data tables. What you can also do is you can just delete this. Fine. You can. This is also possible. So let's see. As soon as you double click on this, there are 2 or 3 tabs which will open automatically. Design, format. See, under design you can change the colors if you want. See, you can change the colors as you want. You can have a quick layout. So you can change the layouts as well, right? Even that is possible. Then you can add a chart element. For example, you can add any axis. You can add a title. You can add a title for that. You can add a data label. So for example, if you say, so these are the data labels, right? These are the data labels. We can want whatever position for these data labels. We can also add a data table with legend keys, which will be in the bottom. We can add an error bar, which is not needed in this case. We can add a legend as well. We can add a trend line as well. So let's see. We'll add a linear trend line for series 1. For series 1, this is a trend line. So it shows that it has been going up. So this is how we can insert a chart. This is how we can insert a chart. Fine. So I hope you've got that. And this is how it will look like, right? Now the thing is, this is an example of a column chart. Fine. Now we can also look at a stacked column. But it's not needed for you at the moment. We'll look at line charts, right? Let's look at a common line chart. So we'll have a common line chart, and what we can do is we can select data. Once we click on this, we'll be getting, let's say, 2 or 3 series. So let's say this is series 1, series 2, series 3, series 4. So we get four lines here. So this is possible, right? So this is possible. So we can again double click on that and we can get all the respected figures. Fine. Similarly, we can have pie charts. So for pie charts, let's look at this. So what we will do is, within 1 year, we will look at the figures for the pie chart. So let's just look at this. So 2D pie chart is there. We can select our data. So let's say this is the figure. So this is a very simple thing. We can insert any, we can double click on that. We can add data labels if you want. You can add data labels outside the end, which will clearly show you how this chart looks like. Now, my suggestion to all of you is that instead, if you're making a presentation, create the chart in the presentation itself. It's a much better way. If you are creating a Word document, if you want to insert some table or if you want to insert some chart, use the Word or PowerPoint to create tables and charts from that tool itself. Don't come to MS Excel and then see this. You can copy and paste it into Word or PowerPoint. Don't do that. what you should ideally do is, ideally you can create these charts and figures within Word and PowerPoint itself. But anyways, you should learn these how to create in Excel as well. So we have seen how to create these three, and similarly, a bar chart is nothing but an inverted version of the clustered column chart. So you would be getting a figure something like this. So if you select the data here, so you would be getting something like this. So all the values are on x-axis and the years are in y-axis. So this is exactly how it would look like. Fine, you can make the changes accordingly. So I hope that you have got this particular feature and functionality of Microsoft Excel. By the way, this is common for Word and PowerPoint. So I would request all of you to take some amount of time and visit the videos of Word and PowerPoint as well. So thank you so much for listening to this video. And in the next video, we are going to quickly look at page layouts. We are going to quickly look at review and view. And then we would look at formulas and data, which are very, very important. So thank you so much for listening to this video.